This will be the second installment of the Big Three series and weekly market recap that I will be doing for this competition. A lot happened this week, especially with the increase in Fed rate hikes. And for those who don't know, a Fed rate hike is when the Fed increases the interest rate in which banks trade within each other. And then that will increase the price of borrowing money from these banks. So typically a Fed rate hike will kind of promote saving, and it signals that there's an upward trend in the economy and that things are going better, especially after this tragic event in Ukraine with all the commotion going on. It's important to note that ever since this Fed rate was announced, you can even see here, I believe it was announced on the 15th, Apple has risen $22. Google has risen since the 15th. And, it's evident that that had a lot to do on the past week and moving forward. And then as far as talks in Ukraine have not progressed, I don't believe Russia has gotten to Kiev yet. And there's not much with peace talks going on. But as that continues, commodities are still increasing. Wheat is still strong. Crude oil is down a bit. Gold is down a bit. You can actually see in the headlines here. The bond has gone down because interest rates have gone up. And yeah, so last week wasn't too eventful. Just the bombing continued in Ukraine, and the market has gradually gotten better with the increase in Fed rate hikes, or in the Fed rate. And moving forward this week, I believe 3 stocks to watch will be Apple, Alphabet, which is Google's parent company, and Marathon Petroleum. So Apple has outperformed their Q1 fiscal earnings, and they've been on a steady incline in the past 6 months, slowly but surely. And since the Fed rate hike announcement on the 15th, their stock has climbed almost $25. Google is my second stock to look at for this week, and obviously since the 15th has climbed. And in the last 6 months, they've actually been in a deficit. But I believe with the Fed rate hike, they slowly will keep climbing. And throughout the past month, past 2 weeks, it's been gradual. And Google also outperformed their first quarterly earnings. And then Marathon Petroleum is my last company. And obviously you can see that with this conflict in Ukraine, Marathon Petroleum has been relatively high and has increased since the Fed rate hike gradually. And I believe Marathon Petroleum will be a good company to invest in because Marathon Petroleum has overperformed their earnings and also has a lot to do with North American Petroleum. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Marathon Petroleum is headquartered out of the U.S. Let's see here. Yeah, out of Ohio. So because of petroleum companies going down in Russia and all of the trade sanctions, American petroleum companies will be on the rise, and energy companies. So really anything within, the energy sector of businesses that operate within North America heavily are going to not surge, but I'd say gradually increase along with, the interest rate hike and continue a steady uptrend. So really anything along those lines. But I personally believe that these 3, Apple, Alphabet, and Marathon, are 3 to watch this week. This was a bit of a shorter lesson because I'm on a time crunch, but thank you for watching and tune in next week.